What if your soul has lived many lives before this one? What if death is just a stepping stone in an eternal journey? Welcome, Seeker, to the realm where the veil between worlds is thin and the secrets of the universe unfold. Today, we explore the forbidden lore of ancient Greece, the mystic teachings that whispered of life after life. Prepare to embark on a soul-stirring adventure as we uncover the enigma of Orpheus, the legendary musician whose songs echoed the mysteries of the cosmos. Join us as we delve into the enigmatic world of Orphism and discover the profound truths that have echoed through the ages. Let's start. Who was Orpheus? Before diving into the captivating secrets of Orphism, let's take a moment to meet the enigmatic Orpheus, the legendary musician-poet whose melodies captivated not only the hearts of mortals, but also the very essence of the divine. Born in Thrace during the 7th century BC, Orpheus was no ordinary mortal. He was a seer, a visionary, whose music transcended the boundaries of the physical world and touched the very core of the spiritual realm. Renowned for his extraordinary talent, his songs were said to have possessed a mystical quality that could charm the wild beasts of the forest and move the celestial gods themselves. But Orpheus's influence extended beyond the realm of music. He played a pivotal role in the Eleusinian Mysteries, one of the most prominent mystery religions of ancient Greece. These secretive cults offered glimpses into the afterlife, providing initiates with profound teachings and experiences that were meant to transform their understanding of existence. Orpheus, as a key figure in these mysteries, guided souls on their journey towards enlightenment and helped them unravel the deepest secrets of the cosmos. His teachings were a harmonious blend of poetry, music, and ecstatic rituals that aimed to unite the individual self with the divine essence of the universe. Through his hymns and poems, he explored the nature of the soul, its immortality, and its eternal quest for union with the divine. Orpheus's impact on the spiritual landscape of ancient Greece was profound. His hymns, now known as Orphic hymns, became a cornerstone of Orphism, a religious movement that profoundly influenced later philosophical and mystical traditions. The legacy of Orpheus continues to resonate through the ages, reminding us of the transformative power of music and the profound connection between the human soul and the divine. So as we delve deeper into the world of Orphism, keep in mind the profound wisdom and enigmatic allure of the man who became synonymous with the soul as eternal journey, the Orphic Mysteries. Now let's dive into the heart of our journey and explore the Orphic Mysteries, those secret cult practices that held the key to the soul's eternal journey. In the shadowy sanctuaries of ancient Greece, amidst the flickering flames of altar and the hushed whispers of initiates, there existed a profound tradition that promised liberation from the cycle of death and rebirth. This was Orphism, a mystical path that delved into the deepest recesses of the human soul and the mysteries of the afterlife. The Orphic Mysteries were a series of esoteric rituals and teachings that were shrouded in secrecy, known only to a select few. They were practiced in secret gatherings called mysteria, where initiates came together to connect with the divine through poetry, hymns, and ecstatic dances. The overarching goal of Orphism was the liberation of the soul from the endless cycle of reincarnation, the samsara. It was believed that the soul was immortal, yet it was trapped within the confines of the physical body, and it yearned to break free from this earthly prison to return to its divine source. To achieve this liberation, initiates engaged in a variety of practices. They sang and recited hymns to invoke the presence of the gods. They participated in rituals that symbolized death and rebirth, and they sought to purify themselves from the impurities that bound them to the cycle of rebirth. At the core of Orphism lay the belief that the soul's journey was fraught with challenges. After death, the soul would face trials and tribulations as it navigated the underworld. It was believed that the soul was accompanied by a psychopomp, a guide that led it through this perilous journey. The Orphics saw the realm of the dead not as a place of finality, but as a realm of transformation. It was here, amidst the shadows and the mysteries, that the soul was purified and prepared for its ultimate return to the divine. core beliefs of Orphism. Now let's delve deeper into the core beliefs of Orphism and explore the profound truths that shaped this enigmatic tradition. At the heart of Orphic theology lay the belief in the divine nature of the soul. It was believed that the soul was not merely a fragment of the human psyche, but an actual spark of the divine, a divine spark trapped within the mortal coil. This spark, when liberated, could ascend to the heavens and reunite with the source of all creation. Central to Orphic thought was the concept of reincarnation, or the metempsychosis. According to this doctrine, the soul after death did not find rest, but instead embarked on a cycle of rebirth. One important aspect of Orphism was the idea of the soul's journey through the underworld, or duat. This journey was fraught with peril, and the soul had to navigate treacherous paths and overcome various obstacles to reach its ultimate destination. The Orphics also believed in the possibility of salvation. Through the proper conduct of both the body and soul during life, one could ensure a smoother transition to the afterlife. By living a righteous life and seeking spiritual enlightenment, an individual could pave the way for a more favorable journey for their soul. Furthermore, Orphism had its own creation myth, which differed slightly from the more familiar Hesiodic account. According to the Orphics, the universe was brought into existence through the agency of the supreme God, the Nous, or the One. From this primordial source, all things emanated, including the Titans, the first deities to inhabit the cosmos. However, unlike Hesiod's version, the Orphics attributed the creation of humanity to the union of the divine with the Titan Prometheus. This mythological account highlighted the inherent divinity within humanity, emphasizing that humans possessed a divine spark that set them apart from other creatures, the soul's journey. Now let us follow the soul on its perilous journey after death and see how Orphism offers guidance and hope in the face of mortality. When the thread of life began to fray and the mortal vessel grew weary, the Orphics believed that the soul's true journey was just beginning. Death was not viewed as an ending, but as a doorway to the mysteries that lay beyond. As the soul prepared to depart, it carried with it the echoes of its earthly experiences, the sum total of its actions and choices. This baggage, both light and dark, accompanied the soul on its post-mortem odyssey. Upon leaving the body, the soul's immediate destination was the region known as the Icarusian Fields. Here it encountered the Furies, ethereal beings whose presence signaled the need for atonement and purification. The soul had to confront the darkness within itself, acknowledging and making amends for the harm it may have caused during its earthly existence. After facing the Furies, the soul continued its journey, guided by the enigmatic Hermes Psychopomp. Under his guidance, the soul traversed the river Styx, a symbolic boundary between the world of the living and the realm of the dead. Crossing this threshold, the soul entered the underworld, a place of profound transformation. Within the underworld, the soul encountered a series of trials that tested its resilience and resolve. The Orphic hymns spoke of 3 doors through which the soul had to pass, each representing a different challenge to overcome. The first door symbolized ignorance, the second, lust, and the third, pride. By conquering these obstacles, the soul gradually shed the limitations of its earthly existence. As the soul journeyed deeper into the underworld, it came face to face with the terrifying judges of the dead, the 3 Moirai, who held the power to determine its ultimate fate. These enigmatic beings spun the thread of the soul's existence, deciding whether it would be reborn again or granted eternal rest. Orphic gold tablets. Now let's unearth a fascinating artifact that sheds light on the soul's journey in Orphism, the Orphic gold tablets. Archaeologists have discovered a collection of tiny gold tablets that were unearthed in the ancient burial chambers of Orphic initiates. These enigmatic artifacts, inscribed with mysterious symbols and words, offer a glimpse into the esoteric beliefs and practices of this enigmatic tradition. Let's examine some of the most famous examples and decipher their hidden meanings. The most renowned of these tablets is known as the Homeric hymn to Demeter. This hymn tells the story of the abduction of Persephone by Hades, the god of the underworld, and her subsequent journey to the realm of the dead. The hymn explores themes of death, rebirth, and the mysteries of the afterlife, reflecting central aspects of Orphic thought. Another significant tablet is the Orphic Way, which serves as a guide for the soul's journey. It offers instructions on how to behave in the presence of the gods and what offerings to make to ensure a safe passage through the underworld. The Orphic Way also provides advice on how to live a pure and virtuous life in order to attain salvation. One of the most intriguing aspects of these gold tablets is their portability. Their small size allowed them to be easily concealed and carried, suggesting that they may have been used not only in rituals, but also during personal devotions. It's thus believed that initiates wore these tablets as amulets or kept them in their homes as a reminder of their spiritual duties and beliefs. These gold tablets stand as tangible links to a bygone era, offering us a window into the spiritual practices and beliefs of the ancient world. Their enigmatic script and symbolism continue to captivate scholars and spiritual seekers alike, inviting us to explore the depths of Orphic wisdom and the mysteries of the soul's eternal journey, liberation. Now let's discuss the ultimate goal of the Orphic path, liberation, and understand how it leads to the union with the divine source and the possibility of escaping the wheel of rebirth. Liberation in Orphism was the ultimate aspiration for every initiate. It represented the soul's emancipation from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, setting it free from the shackles of mortality. To attain this state, Orphics engaged in various practices and rituals designed to elevate the soul and bring it closer to the divine source. The path to liberation involved a deep understanding of the soul's nature and its journey after death. Orphics believed that the soul, upon death, did not find rest, but embarked on a perilous journey through the underworld. To ensure a safe passage, initiates sought to purify themselves from the impurities that bound them to the cycle of rebirth. They recognized that the soul's liberation required not only external rituals, but also internal transformation. This involved conquering one's lower desires, cultivating virtues such as wisdom and piety, and striving for enlightenment. Through these practices, the Orphics aimed to harmonize the individual soul with the divine nous or the One, the ultimate source of all existence. By aligning oneself with the divine, the individual transcended the limitations of the physical world and escaped the clutches of the daimons, the lower self that perpetuated the cycle of rebirth. Influence on later traditions. Now let's explore how Orphism influenced subsequent spiritual and philosophical movements, leaving an enduring legacy on Western thought and spirituality. Orphism, with its profound teachings on the soul and the afterlife, left an indelible imprint on various later traditions, shaping their beliefs and practices. Its influence can be seen in diverse areas, each contributing to the rich tapestry of Western spirituality. One significant influence was on the Greek philosopher Pythagoras and his Pythagorean school. Pythagoras, known for his contributions to mathematics and philosophy, also shared Orphic beliefs regarding the immortality of the soul and its journey after death. The Pythagoreans incorporated Orphic ideas into their system, emphasizing the soul's pre-existence and its potential for enlightenment. Another notable influence was on Plato's philosophy, particularly his theory of the forms. Plato's concept of the soul as an immortal being that transcended the physical world resonated with Orphic teachings, and he incorporated Orphic elements into his dialogues, such as the conversation between Socrates and Simmias in Phaedo. Regarding the immortality of the soul, Orphism also had a profound impact on early Christian mysticism. Figures like Origen and Gregory of Nyssa drew inspiration from Orphic thought, particularly its emphasis on the soul's journey through the underworld. These early Christian mystics incorporated Orphic motifs into their theological interpretations, influencing the development of Christian eschatology. Moreover, Orphic ideas found resonance within Gnosticism, a diverse set of spiritual movements that emerged in the early centuries. Add, Gnostics shared with the Orphics a belief in the inherent divinity of the soul and its potential for knowledge or gnosis. Both traditions emphasize the importance of spiritual awakening and the soul's return to its divine source. Conclusion. As our journey through Orphism draws to a close, let's recap the core teachings of this enigmatic tradition and reflect on its profound implications. At the heart of Orphic thought lies the belief in the soul's immortality and its eternal journey. The Orphics viewed the soul as a divine spark trapped within the mortal coil, yearning to return to its source. They believed that after death, the soul embarked on a perilous journey through the underworld, facing trials and tribulations along the way. Through proper conduct in life and spiritual practices, individuals could ensure a smoother transition for their soul. Attaining liberation, or the soul's release from the cycle of rebirth, was the ultimate goal of Orphism. To achieve this, initiates sought to align themselves with the divine nous or the One, transcending the limitations of the physical world and escaping the clutches of the lower self. Orphism's influence extended far beyond its time, impacting subsequent spiritual and philosophical movements such as Pythagoreanism, Platonism, early Christianity, and Gnosticism. Its teachings on the soul's journey, its immortality, and its potential for enlightenment resonated with thinkers and mystics across different traditions. As we conclude our exploration of Orphism, we are left with a sense of wonder and intrigue. The Orphic Teachings offer a profound perspective on the nature of the soul and its eternal journey. If the Orphics were right, what journey is your soul still on? And what path will it tread as it seeks to return to its divine source? These timeless questions invite us to reflect on our own spiritual journeys and the mysteries that lie beyond the veil of mortality. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the world of Orphism. If you've enjoyed this video and want to further explore the realms of spirituality and esoteric wisdom, we invite you to stay tuned for more captivating content. Until next time, may your path be filled with light and your journey toward enlightenment be a source of joy and wonder.